Hello and welcome today to today's workshop. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are joining us from today. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Thursday and week so far. Just to make sure that you can see and hear us, please find the chat and let us know where you are joining us from today. Maybe you'll find somebody from your community who also uses SCRanking, and you'll be able to connect. While you are doing that, let me just tell you about the event that we have planned for today. Yeah, this is our first event of 2025. So we're ringing in the new year with an event about our updates and plans. Um, we also host, besides our workshops, we host various events, digital events like webinars, roundtables, onboarding days, conferences, to share some insightful and actionable information with the SEO community, help you make the most of our tools, and hopefully give you some takeaways that will help you increase the traffic to your website. So I can see in the chat that people can see and hear us. Spain, London, UK, Norway, Texas, Berlin, the Netherlands. Awesome. Really excited about our crowd that we have here today. So let me just tell you a couple of more things about what we're going to be doing today. So the focus is going to be about everything that we rolled out in the past year. Well, obviously, we're not going to stop on all the minor things. We want to talk about the major developments that we had. Plus, we're going to give you a sneak peek into what's in our pipeline for development for this year and ahead. Let me do the slides and just tell you quickly about myself. I'm Andrew Zarudi, and I'm part of the marketing team over at SCRanking. I'm responsible for creating, hosting events like this, creating videos, how-to videos, just to help you guys out with the platform and educate you on how to make the most of SCRanking for your business. And today I'm joined by our Director of Product, Mike Korenuging. Thank you, Mike, for being here, and looking forward to your part of the presentation.
Yeah, thank you for the intro, Andrew. So glad to be here. As you already said, I'm Mike. I'm Director of Product here at SCRanking. I'm leading our design and product teams, and our goal is basically to find the most impactful things and the most impactful improvements to build on the platform. So if you guys have any kind of feedback, I'm really excited to hear from you.
So I want to set the expectations for today, for give you guys an idea of what's going to happen today. But in case you guys don't know enough about SCRanking, let me just say a couple of words about SCRanking. So we provide powerful data-rich tools designed primarily for digital agencies, but also great for SEO professionals, freelance, or working in teams. Thanks to our user feedback, we've been around for over a decade, and thanks to the feedback we've been getting from our users, we've managed to expand our toolkit to over 30 tools designed to help you out with all different sorts of marketing and SEO tasks. From content creation from audit, from backlink analysis to rank tracking, and we're also always working on creating new updates that will help you do more quicker and stuff like that. Also, we know how much accurate data means, how much it means in the world of SEO, and which is why we always do our best to refine our algorithms, data sets, formulas to make sure you're getting the most accurate data we can provide, and also expanding our database on keywords, domains, backlinks. So this is an ongoing process just to make sure that we have everything there is, because you know how quickly everything changes in the digital world. And like I said at the beginning, that SCRanking is primarily built for digital agencies who work in teams with multiple clients most of the time. And for this exact reason, we provide a number of features designed to help you collaborate, be it with your team members or with your clients. All right, that is what I wanted to share about SCRanking. Just give you a brief overview, and let's dive into more details about today's event. So we're going to be having a quick overview of the updates that we had from Mike. Then we're going to be diving into a couple of live demos just to show you what exactly has been changed or added. Specifically, we're going to look at the rank tracker, AI results tracker, which tracks AI overviews currently, the local marketing tool, our AI-powered insights that provide quick wins, our website audit improvement. So we're officially calling it Website Audit 2.0. We also are proud of our content editor developments. We'll be happy to show you that. And last but not least, we're going to be telling you what we have planned and what you should expect from SCRanking in the coming year. And like you see at the very beginning, we have, sorry, at the very end of this agenda, we have the Q&A section, but I don't want you to wait for it. If you have any questions, probably you already came prepared with some thoughts about SCRanking. So if you have any questions, just throw them into the chat. I'll be looking at the chat and trying to pull your questions into the conversation in the moment. If not, then we will have the Q&A where we can address every question that may have been missed. All right, that is it for the intro. I'm going to give the word to Mike, but I'll be seeing you soon because I'm also going to be showing you a couple of the tools mentioned here. Yeah, and one more thing, everything is recorded. We'll send you everything in the replay and the follow-up email. So just soak it all in, sit back, relax, and just ask your questions, engage with us, because the purpose of this event is just to let you know more about SCRanking so that you benefit from it more. So whatever questions you may have, please send them into the chat. All right, I'm going to be giving the word to Mike, and we'll start off the presentation.
Yeah, perfect. Let's do it. And if you see me distracting from the screen from time to time, just know this is the little one in the house. She might just be looking for attention since I'm working from home. All right, and with that out of the way, I'm gonna get back to the topic of this webinar. You probably have seen, right, if you were a customer of ours, that 2024 was really packed with platform updates, and our team has delivered a ton. Let's move to the next slide. It starts really with rankings, right? With rankings and support for AI overviews from Google. That is now live since the middle of last year, and you can assess your presence in AIO, both in the US and in the UK, and with support for more countries coming soon. As well as you can actually just pick the right keyword when looking for new AIO-enabled keywords in our research module, and we'll be talking about that in a moment and demoing that too. We've invested a lot into local marketing, and it now offers a great way to assess your visibility with the grid tracker and the local rankings, and it supports far more directories when just one click updates of all the content across all of them. It manages reviews across dozens of platforms, and it basically automates some of the most painful jobs in this area, if you ask me. So that's something Andrew is going to be demoing soon too. There's actually more. So I know the first part is going to be a bit of talking on my end before we actually go into the demo. So hold tight. On the content editor side, we've invested quite a lot into the user experience of how easy it is to get started with your first article or with your first brief. And obviously, we were writing this AI and LLM bandwagon, and we've invested a lot into the automatic content generation. This has been elevated throughout the year. We have a hugely improved content scoring so that it better accounts for all the intricacies of your competitor articles too, so you know just what to write about and what to include. We also had a very successful launch of our social media marketing tool, or relaunch, if you will. If I may, it now allows you to manage and plan campaigns, both in terms of your own posts and ad campaigns across all major social platforms. There are 8 of them. There's like Facebook, X, Instagram, right? TikTok, all of the major ones. We've also brought truly new actionable insights about your projects. So informing your next steps is now easier, and I'm going to be giving a quick overview of that a bit later too. Reports are now more flexible than they used to be, and we've also added AI summaries so that it's really, really easy to create your manual reports. If you want to send more, if you want to include custom notes in your reports, we just supercharge that ability. Something Andrew has already mentioned, website audit. It now just better reflects how search engines, what search engines require from you, and it better reflects all the technical needs in that regard. It is also now capable of assessing how SEO friendly is a site with client-side rendering, and we're going to be talking about that in a moment too. And of course, last but not least, is the data quality, or quality of data. It's been elevated across the board throughout the year. Backlinks that we provide in the backlink checker, and that the database and the backlinks available in research is now more fresh and more complete. Research databases have been expanded by at least 10%, depending on the region. Traffic estimations are now like up to 35% more accurate, and the list goes on. There's been a lot of improvements across the board in 2024, and I can really talk about that last year forever. But let's probably get right into the demo of a few things. So the first one I was talking about is Rank Tracker, and specifically AI Rank Tracker. You'll probably know that how generative experience and generative engine optimization is really like it has been a hot topic throughout 2024 and is a hot topic, continues to be it in 2025. So this is one of the big reasons for us to launch and continue the support of AI Rank Tracker. We're actually one of the first players to bring a large-scale solution to market. We now support both Rank Tracker for individual keywords that kind of lets you understand your dynamics from a day-to-day basis, and probably even more importantly, we include all this information in our research database, so you can look for all the right keywords that are surfacing AI overviews. And you'll be able to see like how if a keyword has AI overviews at all, what links are being surfaced, how competition is doing. And of course, as I said, you'll be able to find the keywords you or your competitors are ranking for in AAO. So without much further ado, let's just dive right in and quickly check out how that actually looks and how that actually works. Let me know if you can see my screen now. Or maybe Andrew, let me know when the screen is live.
Yeah, we can see we're good to go.
Perfect, thank you. So right now what I have open is our AI rankings. You can see that it's available under a project. Here in the left menu within the project that says AI Results Tracker. I'm right now in the AI Rankings tab. Over here, we start with, at the very top, we start with AI Overview Presence. And this is actually as important as any individual keyword. What it basically tells you is what is the share of keywords that you're looking at that currently has AI overviews. And for the subset of keywords that I have here, it's 25%. And it also says that my website only ranks for like 2 to 4 of them, which is definitely something I want to work on. And then another piece here is organic AI overlap, something maybe a lot of you might have missed. The way it works is it shows you what is the share or the number of websites that are currently in the top 20 organic that are also being surfaced in AIO overviews. And you can see that right now it's below 25%. That means that AI overviews are actually pulling a lot of websites from outside of top 20 into the overviews, into the content, into the links that they highlight as sources. So it's something that you might be very interested in, especially for the keywords that you're ranking for. So go ahead, check that out. Another way to actually look into individual keywords in the rankings is just go ahead and see like how you're ranking for where you're ranking in terms of sources for AI overviews. And then apart from that, you can actually go ahead and see like how your competition is doing. You can do that simply by reviewing a cached copy. Now, I hope that you can see this. This is a cached copy of Google results, Google search results, right? And you can see this is the website. It is surfaced both in the content of AI Review and here in this link, it's in the second position, the same as our tool reports. So you can look here what's going on, or you can go deeper and you can look at the what was the keyword here? Contract or proposal software. So we can go into the AI SERP competitors and look at that keyword and see how my competition is doing, if anybody has grown significantly. I see that Builder Tran has been surfaced consistently. Let's see if there's Tribeam. If anybody, I can quickly assess how my competition is doing by simply opening this AI SERP competitors and filtering for keywords with AI overviews. And I can try to mimic their strategies or find ways to appear here too. And you might have wondered like why aren't there like more than 25% of keywords with AI overuse, but Google is still experimenting, right? A lot of keywords are dropping in and out of AI overview snippet every day, and so this field is changing rapidly. um, I
Yeah.
guess on top of
Sorry,
go
I
ahead,
wanted to
Andrew.
add a couple of things here. With regard to the usage of AI overviews, we actually have been doing a lot of research on this and published it on our blog just to let you guys know what the situation is right now, because not everybody's jumping on it. Some keywords maybe have an AI overview, then they don't have an AI overview. So I would just invite you to go to our website, type in AI research on the blog search, and you'll just find a list of researches that we've done. Yeah, right now we have the link to the latest article we have about the state of AI overviews in 2024, just to give you an idea. And also, we actually have a question about what is on the screen right now. And if you don't mind, we'll just
Sure,
I'll
can you
just
read that for me because
yeah, I'm
I'm
bringing it
sharing the
up on the
screen.
screen. So the question is, how did you find keywords to track in AI results tracker? Where can I get this data in your platform?
Yeah, that's a good one. You can actually just simply brute force that. Like if you go into your regular rankings, um, you can just go ahead and you can just simply like go ahead and add all of these keywords into your AI results tracker, and that way find out which ones have the AI overviews. But that would be kind of an unwise usage of the limits that we provide here. So what you can do instead is you can simply go into the research tool, competitive research, and if you're looking at a particular competitor or yourself, what you can do is you can type in the website address here and navigate to the organic traffic research here on the left or within this overview and filter out the keywords by AI overview presence, right? This way you'll see the keywords that you're currently ranking for that already have the AI overview SERP feature. This way, you can just pick and choose which ones you want to be tracking, right? You can select them and then add them for tracking. That's the way I do it. That's the way typically our team does it too.
Thank you. And a couple more questions with regard to this tool. Is they're basically the same question as when will this tool be available to other countries other than the US? A lot of our
Yeah,
users
that's
just play around with it. For example, we have a user from Norway who just wants to play around, see what it's like by using just a random US website.
That's a great question. So, if your website is ranking in the US, the feature is already available for you. So, it's like if you are in the EU, but your customers in the US, you can totally leverage our tool. But then, if your website is in the EU and you are looking to track positions for EU, right now, I believe the AI overviews are still not available in the EU, and we're still waiting for that to appear to introduce that support. But we are actually actively looking into adding support for more countries because right now Google seems to have added support for AI overviews for a lot of other countries. And that's something that we're working on. I'm not ready to share any specific dates, but yeah, this is something that we're investing into.
And just want to continue off of the conversation about AI overviews, the rank tracker that we have for AI. We have a question. Do you have articles that explain how to rank in AI tools like Search GPT? So this is the biggest question right now. What we have
Yeah,
is
great question.
ongoing. Yeah, obviously it's a great question. This is the question I always ask, and we've had in the last year we've had many experts on our podcast, the Do Follow podcast, and we've had a couple of webinars where we devote this. So specifically, this question is answered in our latest episode of the podcast, the Do Follow podcast with Rejoice Ojiaku, which aired I think yesterday. So you can easily find it online and just see what the current situation is with regard to the answer to that question, because everything is like it's not an exact science here, it's an art. So you have to play around, see what works, see what doesn't work. This is in a nutshell. So just to okay, now we can
It
continue.
definitely is. Yeah, it definitely is art, but also, as you probably know, Search GPT it uses because Microsoft is its exclusive partner and investor. They are heavily relying on Bing, and that makes Bing tracking very relevant, and you can actually see how a lot of the results that are being surfaced by ChatGPT are present in the top 10 of Bing. And so the recommendation for now would be, the simple recommendation for now would be to look into like how your website is tracking in Bing, right? And this is actually something you can do with SCRanking right now too. You can pick like Bing, you can pick United States of America, and like go obviously way deeper into like the specific country. Into the particular city if you were tracking with Google Chrome, with Google search. With That's where it starts. Look into Bing and try to rank in the top 10 of Bing. But yeah, as Andrew said, the long answer is probably listen to our podcast, because that one covers this topic far more deeply. I guess, Andrew, with that out of the way, let's maybe move on to local
All
marketing.
right, so the transition, sure, great. Yeah, I just thought we had a bit more to share. So let me just then share my screen. If you have any more questions about the AI results tracker, you're welcome to. I just want to make another note that right now it's only tracking AI overviews, and the name AI results tracker just gives us more ground to expand it, to add Bing and other services in there once we're ready. And just to comment, NIC's comment, yes, this does depend on Google. So we do everything as soon as we can, but they give us, they're not us, but they give everybody the green light to go ahead with something, and that is when we roll out everything to the masses. All right, we'll look at the questions later on. Let's be able to see my screen, and we should be in the local marketing tool, the homepage of the local marketing tool, where we have a couple of locations, which is our company, and a couple of demo accounts. So I just wanted to show you a demo account, which is basically a live account, will look the same. So let's just go to focused area and see what we have. Yeah, so the overview page contains a summary of all of these points here. So I'm just gonna quickly scroll through them. You can see that this is summarized, gives you a quick overview of what is going on with your project. Most of the time, you're probably gonna want to investigate everything further. So let's go ahead and do that. So this specific business is tracking a couple of locations. I'm not sure where. Let me just zoom out. Yeah, Salt Lake City. And as you can see, we have a specific point on the map, and then we have this awesome looking thing, the grid map rank tracker. So it allows you to set up a grid. You can expand it. You can disable a couple of points and just play around with it just to make sure that it covers the area that you want to cover. And then you'll see what is going on with your specific business. So for example, here we see that within the, I'm not sure how many miles this is. Maybe it's in 1 mile radius. Yeah, we have to click in through the settings just to see that, but I don't want to really go into the settings right now. So you can just customize this and see that, for example, this business is getting great. It's ranking really well in this specific location, but as it moves further away, there are probably a lot more competitors. And this is where the tool sort of highlights where you need to work on if this is something that you are interested in. Because obviously you don't want to just spend your marketing budget attracting people who are not going to come to your business because it's just too far away. Maybe they're looking for a more local restaurant, depending on what the situation is. All right. We have a couple of more graphs here, but this is the main thing that I wanted to show you because all the other stuff has been here in the past. So we have keywords that are tracked for specific points or just generally for your business. And you can see the specific information with regard to Google Maps rankings for this business in this country. So in the US, specifically in this location, you can see how well it is doing. All right, besides the local rankings, we wanted to show you, because we don't want to go through everything, because we have a dedicated events where we just spend 45 minutes breaking down the local marketing tool, but it did not include the information on GBP posting. So we know how important it is to have a consistent social media presence online, just to bubble to the top of everybody's search, just to show everybody that you're active. Post regular updates, announcements, whatever it may be, and we're finally giving you the opportunity to create posts. So let me just show you how you can do that. You can just create a post. It's an offer, update, add images, add the information, add a button, schedule the post to come out if it's on a weekend, or late in the evening. And yeah, there's a lot of different cases when this can be used. And once you set it up, yeah, it'll be published, and you can see, keep track of everything here. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. Start using it. We hope to get positive feedback, and if not, just suggestions on how we can improve the tool. So this is, in a nutshell, the biggest developments of the local marketing tool over the past at least half a year, even a year. So it's the grid rank tracker and the opportunity for Google Business Profile posting. If you're new to the tool, I just want to show you quickly that there's a lot more in here. We have business listings that I think there are over 100 of them for the US at least, and you're welcome to explore your own country or the country where you're working in, and just to see how many business listings there are and which ones they are. And one of the coolest things here is that once you add your information, as you're adding your location to SCRanking, and you specify all the information of that location, such as working hours, name, address, phone number, this will be looked at as the ultimate source of truth, and we will be syncing that data with these profiles. And if you just click this button over here, turn on automatic syncing, it will make sure the system will make sure that you are listed properly across all of the directories that mention your business, and that way Google or any other search engine won't be confused as to who you are, because this is a very important, just to have a consistent communication, yeah, with search engines. That is what I wanted to show with regard to the local marketing tool. And another thing, just to open up your creative minds, is that you're not necessarily going to be tracking businesses, tracking your rankings locally. For example, you may have a hotel, and you maybe you want to attract people from a different country who are going to visit you. So the local marketing tool won't really apply here. Obviously, you still can set up locations, but this is where we invite you to go back to the rank tracker and set something up even more extensive, and just to make sure you cover all grounds. So just to focus on the local foot traffic and on the global audience that may be potentially eyeing your business for a trip or something like that. Okay, so yeah, we have a question from Christine about disabling some. Yeah, so this is a very useful thing. For example, you have a seaside restaurant, and the center point of the grid rank, the grid map, will be yeah, so the center point will be in your business. So that means like half of the grid points will be in the ocean or the sea, and this is a great opportunity for you to disable that. Or maybe you just know that there are other reasons why you may not want to spend your money attracting people from a competitor's street. Maybe it depends on the situation, but yeah, you're welcome to play around with that and customize it. Change it from miles to kilometers, change the distance. It is very customizable. Let me see.
I
Yeah,
like
okay, we have.
also that there are a few questions about content editor, and we'll be talking about content editor in maybe in 5 minutes, maybe in 10. So we'll be covering those questions too when we do get to it. Okay.
Yeah, and we have another question that is relevant to our discussion here, where it says sync is unavailable. Should we go to that platform to create a profile there?
Yeah, pretty much. If it says the sync is totally unavailable, that means that our platform only has the capability to monitor the presence of your content on that platform, on that directory. Some of them they do not allow any kind of automation. With some, we have some kind of like semi-partnership agreement where it would take. It's not fully automatic, right? It's not like they provide us an API to simply like provide them the data. Sometimes it takes a week or two with some of these platforms for them to accept the data that we've shared with them. In others, well, they simply don't engage in these kind of partnerships. So yeah, and we won't be able to automatically sync the content there.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the questions. So yeah, and I just wanted to add that if you just come to our event in maybe 2 months, you'll see that an issue that maybe you have submitted is already fixed or taken care of. Because like last time we had this event, I think it was in September in the fall, and we had like 35 maybe directories. Now it's over 100. So we're really growing fast with specifically with what you guys need, because we're right now focusing on the local marketing tool, a lot of AI tools. Yeah, and this is what we're all about, is about listening to you and developing tools that you need. All right, that was the local marketing tool. Yeah, I sent the link to the workshop where we have this tool, but it didn't go into GP post, I think, not yet. But yeah, that just shows you how much we roll out every month, so you can just check back in and see new developments all the time. All right, let's continue with our presentation. Switch over to the next
Let's
part.
do this. Yeah, let's switch to the slides for a moment before we go back to the app.
Sure.
Yeah, first of all, a quick recap of what Andrew was talking about local marketing, right? You can just see here uh, all the awesome developments that we've introduced recently, the grid rank tracker, the automatic sync for Apple and Bing profile, the monitoring and management of more than 100 of different directories and listings. So it depends on the territory and the country. So for some it can be like 30, for some it can be 50, but in total there's more than 100 new ones. On top of that, as Andrew was saying, we monitor the reviews on those that do collect reviews, and you can actually respond to them within SCRanking too. And last but not least is the Google Business Profile posting. Um, with that recap out of the way, there's one more topic that I've just been that I was mentioning in the beginning. It's insights and website audit. We've throughout 2024 we've introduced quite a few updates to both. In terms of insights, we first launched our recommendations or things for you to pay attention to in 2023 and called them insights. And since then, we've added quite a few new ways for you to look at and to spot the things that you probably would not notice otherwise. Like we would tell you, hey, here are the pages and keywords that can be easily improved, or the pages and keywords that have significant changes in clicks and impressions, or the competitors that are gaining new keywords or new pages that you might get inspiration from. On the audit side, we've invested a lot into the user experience and into elevating the way we technically assess your website to the newest standards of search engines, right? And we're going to be talking about what exactly that means and what kind of how the way we calculate the health score for the technical audit. And then on top of that, we've extended the kinds of websites that we can analyze for you from regular websites to what's called sometimes single page applications, sometimes the websites with client side rendering or JavaScript rendering. Essentially, those pages that kind of generate the content on the fly. They typically are like super beautiful with custom animations and all of that. So they look amazing, but they are kind of difficult to analyze from SEO perspective. And sometimes it can be difficult for search engines too, but we'll make it easy for you now. So with that out of the way, let me dive into the demo of both Insights and Website Audit. I'm not going to spend too much time on Insights though, because you'll soon see a lot of these pop up right in the context when you're using SCRanking. Hopefully, very soon, maybe in just a few weeks. I'll just say a few things. First is that my favorite insight is still here at the bottom. It's the competitors who jumped top 10. It's really awesome because it lets you spot some new aggressive players in the areas where you're already ranking well, and it always comes in handy. And you can even go ahead and look at how long it took them too. Like if I go here and open this insight, I can look at their final position and it shows me like how long. Okay, it was from January 22nd to January 25th. They grew like 4 positions, right? And then went right back. So that is something that I'm using and that our team is using to go deeper and to analyze why this has happened. We'll look into the content of these websites and see what have they done that let them do that. Of course, if you connect your search console, you'll be getting more types of insights. So just don't forget to do that. But really, the star of the show today is Website Audit's new health score. So let me just go and show you just that. You can see right now here, this is one of the websites that I've been tracking for some time, And it says that in the past, like mid last year, before the update, the health score was 63, and now it's 84, right? The reason here is that the score in the 60s just didn't do the justice for this website. And similarly, we've seen sometimes the situation work the other way around, where smaller websites would sometimes receive higher score than they should have in this day and age. So because of this, we redefined our issue list and we revamped the categories, including things like crawling and indexing, sitemaps, meta tags, content, speed and performance, links, and others. So what we did here is we have changed the weights of a lot of checks. We have specifically added more weight to localization because this is something that right now Google really loves, right? We added more weight to redirects too, and to crawling and indexing issues because frankly, if crawlers, if robots cannot get to your website, well, you're not going to rank at all, right? Or you're not going to rank that all that well. We've also removed some of the outdated checks that you won't find here anymore, like if iframe is used and if flash is used, right? So these are removed because the technologies are frankly obsolete. So we've also removed things like too many links, or for some other requirements here, or for some other checks here, we've just updated the priority level. For example, with problems like, let me just go into the redirects, into the 300 errors or redirects in the XML. We basically moved some of them from errors to warnings, while for others we just moved them from or upgraded them from notices to warnings, to better reflect what some of the experts in the SEO field feel like it reflects, not really reflects, but impacts the positions of the website, and from what we were seeing from the data. But what's interesting with this rollout is that after the update, on one hand, we've heard a lot of really positive and helpful feedback from a lot of our customers who felt like now the health score better reflects where our website is at. But on the other hand, we've heard from quite a few freelancers and agencies that with higher health scores, it's really hard to sell this kind of work to their customers, which is true, right? And we believe so. The reason the issue is that the higher score does not necessarily mean that there's no work to do, and SEO professionals understand that, but customers don't necessarily. And so our belief is that the website needs to be in the kind of 90 plus category ideally, right? So we've been listening to this change, and we are going to make this this user experience, right, and the way the health score appears slightly differently. So it's easier to explain this logic of, hey, you really want to be in the 90 plus to your clients. And so stay tuned for that. This change is probably coming in the next few weeks. I guess that's all I wanted to show in the first place. Andrew, maybe something?
Yeah, we have a couple of questions. So let me just bring up the first one on the screen. Can I schedule recurring crawls to catch site issues automatically? And does Website Audit highlight the differences from previous audits?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great question. In fact, first of all, if you go here and say restart audit, oh wait, no. Basically, oh wait, I just pressed the wrong button. Why did I do it? So what we're gonna see is, we'll have to wait for that to complete, which might take a while. Let me just go back to, let me go and open the website audit of another website. Yeah, so there we are. On the settings of your website audit, you have the scanning frequency, right? And by default, we only run website audit once, and you can relaunch it manually, which maybe we might need to change. But for a lot of customers that are working on their on-site SEO right now, that are working on their technical SEO this and next month, it really makes a lot of sense to really go into weekly, sometimes monthly, but typically it's weekly checks. So if you go here and change the setting, we are going to automatically run the audit like every week. And you can set the time so it doesn't affect, like if your website is sensitive to this kind of performance, if you have a lot of pages, you might want to set the time to like maybe in the middle of the night so it doesn't affect your customers. But essentially, this will let you have this kind of information automatically updated for you. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to say.
Yeah, great. And I see that in the chat, Adrian is already an experienced SCRanking user and has already pointed out how to get this done. Well, pointed out the answer to this question.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Adrian.
Appreciate your contribution to the discussion. And we have another question. It's more of a suggestion. In the auto report setting, it would be good if we could set the page load time that is defined as slow. I regularly get pages that load between 2.5 and 3 seconds flagged as slow loading.
Oh, that's interesting. Thank you. Thank you for highlighting that. We are actually actively looking into a lot of the changes and upgrades to website audits. So I'll bring that back to our team. Right now, offhand, it seems like 2.5 to 3 could be considered slow, especially for mobile customers. So it depends on your industry and your audience. But yeah, I'll make sure that we look into that. Thank you for the highlight.
Great. No further questions, but I see a couple of questions in the chat. We'll get to them as soon as as the topic of content comes up, which is coming up very shortly. So hold on. So I think we are. Oh, we have a clarification from WebLogic. What is the metric for slow? Yeah, this is something that has changed all the time. Like Mike said, for mobile devices, it's even worse. It has to be even shorter. Nobody's going to wait around. They're just going to think your page is broken or unavailable. Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, so
Sorry, go ahead.
basically there are industry reports, and you can simply look into something like benchmarks for website loading. There's direct correlation with how quickly the website loads to how many people would abandon your website even before it loads, right? And for a lot of mobile customers, the research shows that for a lot of customers that are on mobile, they're not even ready to wait for more than a second. And I believe that in more than 3 seconds, and I'm just kind of, I might just be wrong with this data because I'm just coming up with it right now. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was like up to 30 or 50% would not even wait for your web page to load if it was more than 3 or 5 seconds, something like that, on mobile especially. On web, it's different, right? Because typically when people are not on the go, more they're more okay kind of with waiting for a bit longer. But as time goes on, people expect higher and higher standards of service, and that's why it's just wise to check out the benchmarks that are more up to date, maybe from 2023, 2024.
Yeah, but either way, we see your comments from a couple of people agreeing with WebLogic, so we'll consider making this, giving you an opportunity to customize this. Yeah, so the WebLogic has yeah, we can continue this discussion in more detail with a customer support manager, or you can just reach out to us via email, or yeah, we'd love to clarify this. All right. Yeah, we'll continue with the questions, and right now we can continue with our presentation. Should I show the good people the content editor? So let's continue with the content editor, starting off with the content score. So for right now, I'm in the rankings module tool, looking at how the website edx.org is ranking. And when I click over to the keyword group, I expand it and I see all the keywords that are tracked for this location, for this project. And here we have the content score. And if I just click on one of these values, I'll get more information about how how the content can be optimized. It shows me what the average is across my competitors, what the maximum score is. So they just give you an understanding of this specific keyword SERP, what works on it, and you can take advantage of these insights to optimize your page further. And once you do that, it will just transfer you to the tool. Yeah, it's an analysis already in progress. While that is happening, I'm just going to show you something live. So as you can see, we can optimize, we can create new articles. And what was just shown previously in the content score that I just showed you is that it takes an existing piece of content, shows you its score, and once you click to improve it, it will pull out all that information. Yeah, you can see that the analysis is ready. If I probably go back here, we can see the information was pulled into the tool, and we can start optimizing it. But SCRanking is not only our content editor is not just about optimizing; it's about creating stuff from scratch as well. So yeah, there's let me just quickly show you a process. There's just a couple of things. I want to show you. Once you publish your article, regardless if it's new or if it's optimized through SCRanking, you can see analytics data on it right here, just to know if it's on track. If you need to further tweak your content somehow, you can click here to expand and see specific information with regard to impressions, clicks, CTR, and position. So we just thought it makes sense for you not just to write an article and hope for the best, but just to give you an opportunity to track everything right here. So it's not just for the SEO managers, the content creators can themselves also stay on track of everything that is going on with their articles. All right. Besides this, let's go over to just creating a new piece of content. And yeah, I'm in Ukraine, and let me just create an article on I don't know how to write a great article. Let's just start off with that. I don't think I want to specify anything else. I'm just gonna show you guys a very quick way to having a draft. For some businesses, just depending on your budget, you may have the money to pay a content editor to optimize it, create something high quality, or maybe you just want to use AI and all the different tools just to have your content out quickly. So just really up to you. Depends on your capabilities, opportunities mostly. Yeah, and then right now the tool is preparing something, giving us an idea of what is gonna come, and is gonna give us a couple of options. We can create texts ourselves, typically by just using here we have the brief. So it took the information that I wanted to write an article about that's going to rank in the US. About the article is how to write a great article. It already pulls out the top ranking websites, and I saw a question in the chat, and I didn't do it, but during the previous step, when we had the pop-up, I had the opportunity in there to click advance and open up a bit more. Let me just try opening up it in a different window, because I really want to show this off and not show this because it was a question. So we are creating a new piece of content, and if I click additional settings, I can specify specific competitors, because the tool is automatically going to go through the top competition. For example, you may be ranking in position 35, and you really like the article that is ranking in 34th position, and you just want to make sure that it is taken into account by the system. And if you specify it here, it will be added, and you will be able to find it here in the list, and it will be here with a plus icon, meaning that it's manually added. All right, so you can specify, you can deactivate this if, for example, if you see that there are not enough words in this article. For example, here it's only 794 words. How good can that article be? How detailed can it be? So I want to remove it from my analysis. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, there's a lot of data here just to help you understand who you're going up against. But the go-to option is just to click on it and just to see yourself, because you're not going to just see the numbers. You're going to see how it looks visually. Maybe they have a video element in there and stuff like that. So make sure to play around to analyze this data. We also changed this structure a bit. Just once again, we're playing around with different options just to make sure we find the best option that suits you. So we have the content parameters. This is pretty self-explanatory. You can just either you can follow the tool blindly, because it's gonna do the analysis for you. But if you know what you're doing, if you're an experienced SEO manager, expert, you can go ahead and change these values if you know what you're doing. The terms to use also covers everything that the system, once again, analyzes the competition, pulls out, gives you suggestions, shows you where to use the text, how many times, what the average is across the industry and stuff like that. So this is very useful. You also have the opportunity to add your own terms. If you're, for example, writing an article about a new branded product and only you know about its existence, obviously you need to specify this, let the tool know that this is something that you're targeting. We also changed the structure of the headings where you can manage this, and we're giving you a lot of opportunities here. You can do this manually if you know what you're doing. Once again, you can pull ideas from competitors. So, for example, we're just seeing this is the top ranking competitor. This is their structure. If I like their structure, I can just click on every one of these plus icons, and it will be just pulled into my list of headings, and so it's very customizable. Or you can take advantage of the AI writer, and it will just generate something for you. So the topic is how to write a great article. Let's see what the tool comes up with. Yeah, it's a very good way of not having a writer's block. For me personally, I have not been stuck thinking of what to do next to having this information. But besides having this text generator, the tool backs it up by all of the SEO data that is in the tool. So like when I showed you the terms to use, you see the search volume. You know how popular it is. You can let the tool know, okay, this is a very important keyword for me. I definitely want to include it in my article, because ChatGPT typically won't know this. They'll just write good quality texts, but it's not going to be backed up by any SEO data. So this is where you can do that. Play around with this. Make sure you have all the links. Once again, the tool pulls out everything from your competitors, from just external places, questions. Also, you want to make sure that you cover a lot in your article. You don't want people to go looking for answers in other places. One of the best ways to make sure your article covers everything is to have an FAQ section. You can just throw in your questions in there, and that way at least Google will know about that you answer these questions, and maybe you'll get pulled up into a snippet. Oh yeah, depending on your goals, because everything is good, but at the same time, you don't want to have 0 clicks. That is the worst case scenario for most of us, and we're still trying to figure out how these AI overviews are gonna work in tandem with the businesses in terms of delivering value not only to Google and users, but to the businesses as well. The metadata here is just blank because we're not giving you specific ideas, but once again, you can take advantage of the AI writer to specify this information here. Or once again, if you have an SEO expert, this is the place where they would go to. All right, so you're welcome to export this information. Yeah, let's just go to start writing and show you off the very last part that we wanted to show in the tool. So we can start writing here. We can generate an article with the AI writer in one click here, or a step-by-step. So a step-by-step is going to ask me a lot of information throughout the process for almost practically every section of the heading structure that we have, and you're welcome to specify what you want to have in there. It works like a prompt, but you have a box there full of keywords where you can just specify this is important for me. But what I'm going to do is just click this button here and just generate an article in one click. Just give you an idea of what the tool can do with the minimum amount of information. Yeah, well, it is doing that. I think I covered a lot of the things already. Yeah, you can you can share access to this with a copywriter, and that you can work in Google Docs actually in a more familiar environment if that is a case that yeah, that you want to do, because I've just gotten used to this environment. It's not very distant from Google Docs. Um, you're welcome to export not just the article, but the content brief. Maybe you have a freelancer and it's just an easy way to submit the task to them. Just let them know what the demands are, and they can continue working with the article here. And that way you'll be able to see if they did a good job. And one of the questions, yeah, I'm still waiting for this, for the generation to end. One of the questions that was asked in the chat was about AI plagiarism checker. So we have a plagiarism checker in here, but as soon as it loads, I'll be able to open it via the quality tab here. Yeah, but I can tell you that these things read really well, and we have not seen confirmation that Google is eyeing AI generated text and is just bringing it down completely. So it's at the end of the day, it's about users. Is it the text giving users value? Are they benefiting? Are they spending time on your article, uh, making actions, making drawing conclusions, and taking action as a result of analyzing your information, reading your blog? Yeah, because you have to be very quick in the online world. It is almost done. It is going to generate an article based on the heading structure, which I didn't even clarify it here. I just clicked generate, but I didn't submit it. So it doesn't have any information other than how to write a great article. I just decided not to even do that. So as we can see, we have a couple of things in place just to make sure that the article is not going to be just random text or just a wall of 2,000 words, not even broken down into paragraphs. So we definitely make sure that the article has a key takeaways, make sure it's readable, that it has value. We've worked together with the developers, and the content team has reviewed a lot of these articles just to make sure that they are providing value, and it's not just words that are just fillers and you don't actually understand what is going on. But I'll let you be the judge. So go ahead and experiment with this, play around. We have the opportunity, besides creating text like this, for example, I can just start editing it right here, and I don't necessarily need to know what I'm doing. I can just, for example, select this paragraph, click on Ask AI, and say, "Hey, translate this into Brazilian Portuguese, please." Yeah, I don't want the robots to kill me. So let's be kind. That was one of the questions in the chat. So yeah, we facilitate translations, whatever, because this is an AI that is built right in here, that you can just make sure that it represents what you want to see, because this is obviously not something that you want to have in the text. It was just an example. But for example, I want to have more data in here. Add more stats and data. And it's already playing, well, not playing, but changing my text, generating an answer, giving me the highlighted result. If I like it, I'll just click done, and it's in text, and I'll just remove this, for example, because that was the replacement that we just made. And besides this Ask AI option here, we have a couple of more ways to give you an opportunity to interact with it. You have the opportunity to rewrite the text, expand it, generate a paragraph for the heading, and these are all just quick access filters. And here we have the complete access to the AI writer, where you have the opportunity just to start from the topic. Okay, so how do we want to write it? Is it going to be fun? Is it going to be stern? What are my thoughts? Then we have the opportunity to have headings and subheadings. Everything is generated. You have the opportunity to play around with it, but I can tell you from practice, it generates really well written text.
We don't have much time to cover the rest of the FAQ, so we're just going to take another minute or two to talk about our future plans for 2025 and wrap it up. For some of the questions that were not answered, we'll try to follow up with some of the answers in the FAQ, or maybe Andrew, if you can see something that we can answer really quickly, maybe we can do that right now.
Oh, well, I just saw all the questions that I saw before jumping into the presentation. I'm right now only seeing them for the first time. So with regard to structure of a website audit, okay, let me just bring it up on the screen. If you have just 5 minutes, please stay around with us. So does the content editor help with meta tag suggestions or structured data, or should I rely on the website audit tool for that kind of guidance? As I just showed you, it leaves it blank because it doesn't want to put words into your mouth with that specific information, because it's very important. It is your sort of advertisement on the SERPs. So it's very important to make sure that people click through to your description and to the name. So the website audit tool will definitely highlight information, but I would just rely on research and your just own inner feeling for this specific thing, because this is where you get creative. This is where everybody competes with one another. The SERP, that real estate. All right, that was one of the questions.
Yeah. Thanks, Andrew.
All right.
I guess let's wrap it up with the questions. I know it's exciting. I kind of I fight myself and try not to, not to go into it and not to try to answer everything. But thank you so much for all the questions. There's just one last piece left. We're going to be talking about our plans for 2025. And I'm not going to take too much of your time on this. I mean, we've talked about 2024 plenty. So let's just take 1 minute to talk about 2025. And first and foremost, as you can see on the screen, we will continue investing into the tools you already love us for, namely Rank Tracker, Website Audit, Competitive and Keyword Research, the big three. We will make these tools even better, like easier to use and more powerful, meaning there are going to be more features that automate your workflows. And even more important, we intend to make these tools more proactive with actionable insights. These insights should take some of the smaller tasks out of your plate, like researching why a drop in traffic could have happened for one of the keywords, one of the pages, or why your competitor is gaining traction, so that you can focus on bigger and meatier problems. We will also supercharge our APIs. So even if something is missing, so you can still get creative and come up with a highly personalized solution to your problem. That's our pillar number one for 2025. And so if you have any ideas regarding that, please do share that. We have this feedback button at the top right in the app. We are constantly reviewing the feedback that comes through that form. So please, pretty please, do fill that out. Send your thoughts to us about any instrument. Would be really happy, and I myself, to include it. Secondly, the second big pillar is that the generative experience is something that we want to invest into, but not simply invest, because all of you already see how all of these LLM-based pieces in search engines, like in Google, in Bing, in Search GPT, in Perplexity, how they're changing our users' behavior. And we want to help you adapt to this new reality. What this means is that we'll bring support for more generative search engines, right? Right now, we only support Google's AI overviews, and we will build those features on top of that that will help you understand how to optimize for this LLM-produced search results. So this is a big topic for us this year, and you're going to see a lot of improvements in this area. And number three is data quality. It's very simple. None of the two previous pillars would matter if the data behind all of this would not advance. Because of that, this year, we're aiming to bring you the backlink data quality that's on par or even above some of the big names in our industry. I'm not going to call them out. You probably already know them. And of course, we will continue the journey of further tuning some critical data pieces to power your decisions, like search volume of individual keywords and keyword difficulty. As I said, as long as you have any kind of suggestions of where our focus should be, go into the app, hit the feedback button on the top right, and submit your idea. We're always reviewing those. So thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. And let's wrap this up.
Yeah,
Andrew,
thank you.
take it
Thank
away.
you, Mike. Let me just quickly do the outro slides just to show you guys, guide you in the right direction with regard to SCRanking's different help materials. So you're welcome to take advantage of the expanded free trial that we're giving you right now to everybody who came to this event, where you can take advantage of our tools, play around with them with a lot more accessibility and options available to you. Besides that, if you are going to be using your business email, you will get a lot more benefits even during your free trial. So make sure to do that. Yeah, it just lets us know who you are and helps us prepare better information. This is an ongoing process that we're always engaged in. So the more you let us know how we can help you, we'll be able to help you. So help us help you. Another thing is we have our community where we test new tools before their official release. Give you an opportunity to ask the team questions, have different giveaways, and give you an opportunity to find your peers, people who are going through the same thing, starting businesses online or taking them to the next level. We'll be happy if you find somebody in the community who will help you out, like chat with like-minded people. Be sure to sign up. Well, not sign up. It's just follow us, join that group, and engage with everybody in there. And if you saw anything during the presentation that went just through your head, it was too much for you, but you have a business and you want to get things done with regard to helping it perform better in search, you're welcome to find a partner. We have an extensive catalog with over 300, almost 400 different businesses, agencies from all over the world who do all sorts of different things. So you're welcome to find somebody, maybe even in your city, and meet up with them. So be sure to explore that catalog and find the perfect partner to help you take your business to the highest levels. And as I mentioned during the question about how to rank in AI overviews, so this question, along with many others, are answered in our Do Follow podcast, where we regularly talk with experts on various hot topics in SEO. So be sure to check that out on your commute, on if you're walking the dog, something like that. And last but not least, we have loads of information, um, like articles, videos, webinars about SEO, and you're welcome to find something that is on your pace and just follow us just to make sure that you know all the developments that we are rolling out, because we're obviously we want to be head to head with everybody else in the business. So we're always excited about our new developments and excited about the opportunities that this presents, not just to us but to our clients. And yeah, we'd be happy to learn more about how we can help you. And just to reiterate what Mike said, find that feedback button, let us know what is missing, and uh, we'll be happy to help you out. And thank you for WebLogic for the shout out about our newsletter. Yeah, that is a very fun initiative for everybody. It just keeps us in the loop about all the developments. The entire company just reads it as well, along with you. So we're really excited to hear that. And I want to thank you, Mike, for taking the time to be here and show us everything that we've done in 2024 and give us a sneak peek into the year ahead. And thank you for our audience members, everybody who came. Thank you for your questions. This was really exciting for us to do, and we'll be happy to do this more in the future. Because yeah, you see, we ran out of time really quickly, and so I'm hoping to see you back for the next event that we do, which is going to be focused on a specific tool. But we're going to be doing the events like this maybe once, maybe twice a year, just to give you an overall recap of what is going on with this ranking. So once again, thank you, everybody, and here's to higher rankings. Bye.
Bye bye.